What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 Reunion Part 1. Woo, y'all, I got a lot to say. So this is going to be a long video, okay? So get ready, Freddie, all right? So the reunion kicks off with the ladies coming out, sitting down on the couch, and Kyle walks past Garcelle, and Garcelle tells her, you know, you look really beautiful. And I think she said thank you, but she didn't give her any eye contact. And so Garcelle whispers to Sutton, Kyle won't look at me. She's pissed. And so we already know the tone of how this reunion is about to go. Dorit's segment kicks things off. You know, they do a montage of what she had going on this season. And Andy asks Dorit, does she still see a future for her and PK? And she says, more recently, I see there is less of a chance. And I'm like, more recently? What we saw that y'all filmed nearly a year ago was enough. Like, that wasn't enough for you to get that he don't see it for you no more. Like, I'm really not understanding Dorit's mind frame. Like, is there a brain up there? Because that man don't want you, girl. And then she had the nerve to say that she's still in love with him. In love with what? I'm confused. Was retrograde going on then? Like, cause girl, okay. So then, Andy lets it be known that PK declined to come, but that he wrote a statement basically saying that he didn't like the fact that she lied about him this season, calling him a bad dad, and that she's changed for the worse. And I was like, see, this is what you get, because you sitting up here professing your love to him and talking about how he your sun, moon, stars, yo forever and ever and ever, and I will always love you, and I have nothing if I don't have you. And then he's sitting up here embarrassing you yet again on national TV, talking about how you a lying ass heifer and that you have changed for the worst. You see how these men will embarrass you? And she looked stupid sitting up there. You could tell she was shocked by his statement. She wasn't ready for that. She didn't see it coming. Then the part comes where Andy brings up the fact that Kyle didn't believe Dorit this season when she said that, you know, when her and PK get into it, he can kind of get a little abrasive. He could be a bit much, you know, cussing her out and stuff. And how Kyle didn't really believe that. And I understand Dorit feeling some type of way about it, because you're not in our household. You just know him as a friend. You don't know him as a husband, just like I don't know what goes on in y'all household when you and Mauricio have argued. You know, you're not going to really see that side of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I did think that that was wrong for Kyle to not believe her friend, you know, in that moment, you know. So Dorit insinuates that PK is back drinking again. And I was like, you sitting up here talking about you love him still and all this, girl, you really putting a nail in the coffin. He really ain't gonna want you back now. You sitting up here telling his business, you know. But I think that she did that to get back at him for what he said in that statement. But we all know this marriage is over. It's done. It's finito. It's finished. Okay. Y'all have crossed the finish line. Like, let each other go. He won. Okay. And you losing right about now. And I don't understand why you not getting it. So Sutton is asked, you know, basically by Andy, do you worry for Dorit? And she was like, yeah, I do. You know, I know firsthand how divorces can really go and how you need to be prepared. And like, you really need somebody to get in there and look around to see what's going on. Cause I was shocked and taken off guard with a lot of stuff that I found out. Like, this lady didn't even know she had 2 baseball teams that she owned. How you out here not even knowing you own 2 baseball teams? That's why you cannot be letting these men take care of everything financially and you not be in the know. Because they had y'all up here in so much debt and mess. You don't even know what's going on. But of course, Dorit don't want to listen to that because she can't stand Sutton. And she's looking for a moment and a reason to have anything to say to her. And Sutton was like, whose name is on the mortgage? And Dorit was like, what makes you think that I would really want to tell you that? Huh? Sutton, do you really think I'm going to tell you that? Huh? You really think I'm going to give you my business? No, I would never tell you whose name is on the mortgage, knowing damn well she don't know. She don't know who name on the mortgage. For all she know, one of the kids, Phoenix or Sunny Day, whatever them kids' names is, they names could be on the mortgage. She don't know what's going on. So Andy brings up, is the house under foreclosure? And this fool says, no. There were reports it was a pre-foreclosure. I have no idea about it. He told me that they changed the rate. He was trying to get a hold of somebody. Nobody was returning his calls. That's the way he does business. Until they give him his call back, he's not going to pay. And Bose was like, well, that's a way to lose the house. And she says, well, they resolved it. They ended up calling. What in the hell did you just say, Dorit? You would have just been better off saying, yeah. Because that excuse was downright dumb. It was stupid. It was so stupid. And it proved Sutton's point that you're clueless to what you got going on. And if y'all do proceed with this divorce, you gonna be caught for a loop. She probably don't even know how bad it is. Obviously she don't. And it seems like she wants to be left in the dark. She want to continue to live this faux rich, glamorous life that she cannot afford to live. But that's all up on her, child. Because at the end of the day, Sutton gonna continue to get her to $250,000 a month. Okay? All right. Then Andy asked her, does PK see the kids? And this heifer say, yeah, on Saturday nights if he's in town. Basically, no. He a deadbeat daddy, like we all said. We don't bit most see PK thinking about them kids. He ain't worried about them kids, child. That's your responsibility. He'll see him on birthdays and maybe Christmas. PK out here living his best life. He done raised his kids already. He got like 3 older kids that's like in their 30s, around your age, child. He is not about to be sitting up here babysitting them kids. No. You are a single mother. All the single ladies. Like, yeah, that is your ministry from now on. That is your ministry. Them your kids. The wife is the daddy, okay? So then we get to Bose segment. And Andy asked the question that I've been waiting for. He asked her, has she come into the show blind, not knowing any of the ladies' storylines, what happened in the past, or did she watch the show? And she said, of course I watched the show. And if you watched me last week on We Go podcast, my girl Taria's YouTube channel, we discussed Atlanta, we discussed Beverly Hills and everything. And I said to my good sis, I said, there is no way a woman like Bose came into this show not knowing the lay of the land. You cannot convince me that this lady did not watch the show. She's too smart. She's too educated. She's too particular and meticulous to come in not knowing what's going on. So with her saying that, that makes me have even more of an issue and a problem with Bose, because you saw the microaggressions that Dorit threw towards Garcelle last year. You saw all of that. You've seen how these ladies have ganged up on Garcelle and Sutton throughout the years. You've seen how they have been mean girls and excluded them. You've seen how irate and downright nasty that Erica Jane can be, and all of her legal issues and the drinking and the pill popping and all of that type of stuff. You've seen Dorit start with Sutton for no reason, coming after Garcelle for no reason, creating beefs with people for no reason. You've seen all of this stuff. And so now that we know for a fact that you knew this and then still came in defending a white bitch that you saw come after another black woman, and you befriended her, became her BFF, her cheerleader, her champion, her coach, her bodyguard, and everything else, you are a lame. You are a Uncle Tom porch ass nigga. Sorry. And then all the stuff that has been coming out about this chick in the corporate world, how she one of them black women that like to profess that she want to help other black people to move forward in the corporate ladder and to help women and this, that, and the third. And she never helped any other women of color. That's what the word on the curb is. And I can see it now. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Like, I knew it was a reason why I was not connecting with her throughout the season. And that's why I said to y'all, I'm gonna hold my judgment, because I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it was the episode on that 4th of July episode at the RHOBH house is when I finally made up my mind about Bose and that you's a pick-me-ass bitch. And that display that you and Erica made on Watch What Happens Live last week when Andy asked you how you all felt about Garcelle quitting the show, and y'all both sat there on mute, and you told me Erica, say something. And she was like, you say something. And then she was like, won't he do it? Inside joke. That ain't no motherfucking inside joke, bitch. That's some shit that y'all done learned from Bose, and now you think that you hip and cool enough to say that. And Bose was shocked that she said it on national TV, because she was looking like, fuck, I'm about to get it for this. I'm about to get it for this. Because you know that's some shit that she done said around her and Dorit in conversation. Won't he do it? And now she's sitting up here saying it like she invited to the barbecue. No. And then for you to sit back there on Watch What Happens Live, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm moving too fast. But yeah, I don't see it for her. I don't like her. At all. Don't like her at all. And to be honest with you guys, I did watch Carlos King's Messy Monday with him and Dustin and Claudia, and I was very disappointed in their take on this whole entire situation. I was very disappointed because it was obvious what was going down at Watch What Happens Live. It was obvious the shade that was going on. And never am I saying because you're black, you got to get along with everybody. That's just not the case. But no way am I going to sit up there and let no white person or another ethnicity play in the face of another black woman while I'm sitting there. I may not like this bitch, but we not going to play them type of games. No, we not about to do that, Erica. No. And Bose, you wouldn't even be on this show if it wasn't for Garcelle. She the one that had to come on this show and deal with all of this BS with this group of white women, her being the only woman of color until Crystal came along, until Cherie came along that one season. But she had to deal with these women by herself, being the only one in the room. She had to put up with all of this. You had a cushion coming in because you at least had another black woman there. She didn't have any of that. She was the first. And let's keep it real. Like I said on Taria's podcast, in real life, Erica and Dorit wouldn't be friends with you. The only reason why they're friends with you is because you're on the show, you're a woman of color, and they want to prove that they're not racist and that they don't exclude women of color. That's the only reason why. Aesthetically, they talk about you behind your back. They talk about you behind your back. Your clothes, your hair, everything. They talking about you. They laughing at you behind your back. And if you don't think so, you a damn fool. They don't see it for you. Them the type of hoes that'll be around you just for your connects and who you know. Because Erica thirsty ass just want to be around celebrities. And we're going to get to that in a second. But they don't like you. They don't like you at all. And you sitting up here running in behind them, trying to be a part of the Fox 5 clique. Girl, you will never be a part of that clique. They're using you. They're using you, my love. Especially Dorit. It's not a coincidence that the first day of filming at Sutton's party, first episode, Dorit ran up to you telling you all her business. That was a tactic. Let me befriend a new black girl so I can prove to everybody that I'm not racist. I have black friends. See, this black girl likes me. And you went right along with it. Girl, but I got so much to say. But yeah, that blew me that they couldn't see what was going on that Watch What Happens Live episode. I was like, what am I watching here? But you know, everybody are entitled to their own opinions. Everybody's not going to agree on the same things. But I just think that when it comes to certain topics about race, it's obvious. And this was a thing about race, not about friendship and who I like and who I don't like. This was about race, okay? This was about race, honey. We then learned that Bose, before the season even began, went to Garcelle to get the tea on the girls before filming. And Garcelle, like the real bitch that she was like, I'm not going to do that. I want you to get to know them for yourself. Now, any other person that was wanting to manipulate the situation or whatever would have been like, be careful of her. Don't do this. Don't do that. No. She didn't do that. She didn't speak badly on them or anything. She said, you get to know them for yourself, which lets you know that she ain't on no messy type stuff, because she could have been and she chose not to be. So Garcelle's segment comes and Andy brings up how Erica said on the after show that she wants to see more of Garcelle and Sutton's real life. And Garcelle was like, I am showing you guys my real life. I'm showing you my work. I'm showing you, me building my home, my kids. I'm not dating. So what more can I really show you? I'm giving you guys everything. And she was like, well, I want to know who you dating, girl. Yeah, you want to know who she dating, because it goes back to the statement that I just said earlier, because you a celebrity ass, clout chasing ass bitch. You're jealous of her roster that she had in the 90s because you could never. You supposed to be Erica Jane, this sexy femme fatale, and we ain't seen you pop out with nobody because ain't nobody checking for you. The only celebrity we've heard that you dealt with since you left Time was Armie Hammer. That cannibalist. You over there being financed by one of your husband's associates, another rickety ass old man. You would think that you had pull. I would have expected for Erica to be on the arm of some A-list celebrity, somebody. We ain't got none of that, because don't nobody want that dried up ass pussy of hers, that cream of wheat ass pussy of hers. Don't nobody want it. Don't nobody in Hollywood want to go 10 feet near you because of what you and your greedy, fraudulent husband did in Hollywood. So you want to live vicariously through Garcelle and be around all of her celebrity friends and all of that. Let's not forget when Garcelle had her birthday party that year where they attacked her son, and Lonnie said that Erica came up to her and some of the other girls on the reel talking about, who has stuck up for me the most? People of y'all color. Black women. You not a black girl. We don't see it for you. We don't like you. We did like you at one point, but you have shown your true colors, that you a culture vulture. You the type of white girl that want to take black slang, wear the big hoop earrings, get braids, listen to rap music, fuck on black men, but really in reality, you don't care for black women. You want to talk the slang, but have we seen Erica have any female friends outside of this show? Have we ever seen Erica going out to lunch with a girlfriend, let alone a girlfriend of color? No. because she's not a girl's girl. She hangs around people that she pays. Think about that. Garcelle was like, there's nothing that I'm not showing. Do you know something? And she was like, no, I just wish you were more interesting, I guess. And Garcelle was like, wow, that's a real shitty thing to say. Like, I thought me and you were doing better. Like, where'd that come from? And I'm looking like, and we've all said this online or whatever, like, you're the last person to sit up here and say that somebody is not interesting. What have we gotten from you throughout the whole tenure of you being on this show? Let's really talk about it. We're not just going to even talk about this past season where your storyline was you redecorating your living room. Let's talk about, since you've been on this show, what have you really given us outside of the Tom situation where y'all got exposed for stealing people money? Let's talk about before that. She came on the show. She was a club star, club music, because we're not going to sit up here and say she was a pop star. She was a wannabe pop star who could dress, had a rich husband, and that was it. Think about it. We got nothing else from Erica from then up until the scandal happened. She didn't film with her son. She didn't talk about her son. She filmed with her mama that one time when she went to Atlanta to see her mama. And we got nothing else from Erica outside of her doing Broadway that one time. There was nothing there. Nothing. And now that the Tom situation has somewhat died down, what have we gotten from her since? Nothing. But she's being sued right now for $300,000 for Marco, the designers that she fucked over. That's just from one of the designers, not the other one. She got 2 lawsuits going on right about now. And ain't nobody gonna bring up how she scammed these peoples and ruined this one man's entire life. But ain't nobody gonna bring that up. Nobody's gonna bring up what's really going on in Erica's life. We ain't seen you date nobody. Like I said, you supposed to be this bad blonde bombshell. Where the men at? All we heard you say is about how you just like to have sex. Okay, well, show us the men that you out here having sex with then. Because we ain't got none of that from you. Lise Garcelle, like I said, had a roster of Will Smith and all of these other people. Who have you dated? We'll wait. Oh, okay. You have given us nothing but fashions. That's it. Fashions and hair and makeup and glam. That is all you have really given this show. Because even when the stuff was going on with Tom, I can't talk about it. It's a legal situation. Like, girl, and you was forced to do that. So you the last person to sit up here and talk about somebody being not interesting when you have the personality of a fucking snail. Erica Jane has been funny 2 times the whole time she's been on this show. That one episode when they was on the boat and she was drunk, that season when she was drinking a lot, when they was on that boat or whatever and she was drunk and passing out. And then where they were at that dinner and she was like, "Merce is in the purse." Like, you gotta be drunk to have a personality. Other than that, you are a iced queen. You are so closed off. We don't know nothing about you. Nothing at all. You ain't got no friends. You ain't got no family. Like, girl, suck a dick. And then gonna have the nerve to say, our experiences going through these ugly public divorces. Oh, so you mad because Garcelle over there living the soft life. Oh, you mad that this beautiful black woman ain't living a struggle life like y'all hoes. Oh, you mad because she has the Hollywood career, the Hollywood connects, 2 homes, not just one. And she ain't written. She owned both. She's out here directing and producing and starring in films. She ain't got no court cases, no lawsuits. So you mad because y'all over here living in this ghetto wonderland with these ghetto men and y'all ghetto lifestyle. You mad because you over there living on Section 8. Over there living in a shoebox. Oh, you mad. You mad. Okay. We all get it now. Because you cannot fix in your mind how I'm over here having a struggle and this black bitch over there living her best life. No stress, no nothing. She keep on getting blessed. Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes total sense. And then here go Kyle piling on. Yeah, you said I don't show my life. I've shown my life for 14 years. I'm like, what more can I show? Miss Girl, you have not shown your life over the last 14 years. Let's be specific if you want to go there, Kyle. Let me roll up my sleeves real quick and remind you, what have we really seen from your life? We ain't seen shit from your life. We saw shit from your sister, Kim's life. You have never shown anything personal going on in your own life. Your storyline for the first half of your life being on this show was centered around your sister and your sister's sobriety and financial troubles and the issues that y'all had together. And you throwing your sister under the bus. You not being a good sister to her. The other storyline that you did touch on was, once again, Kathy being mad at you because of you doing that television show, and Mauricio and the way that he left the agency that he was working for with Rick. You never talked about the issues that you and Mo had throughout the years. We never really had any conversations about you and your children or anything like that. You had that store doing a little fashions and stuff. But as like a real storyline involving you, we're now getting it. And you don't want to talk about it. So make it make sense. And just because you've done and talked about things and went through things in the past don't mean that you now get to sit back and not reveal anything. You don't get a season or 2 or 3 or 4 off. What are they paying you for then? If you're not going to share, get your ass the fuck off this TV show. That's what you're getting paid for, to share your life. So you don't get to pick and choose when you do and when you don't. And this is where I have a problem with Andy Production, the network, because they let y'all get away with this shit. And Kyle can go. Honestly, she ain't bringing really nothing to the show but goddamn me negative energy and a bunch of lies and running away from the truth. She will not be missed. So Garcelle was like, last year Morgan was a part of the show. We met her, and all of a sudden this year you weren't going to bring her up. But then there's pictures in the press and we're just supposed to pretend that that's not happening in real life. Like, is that reality? Exactly. We're not going to act like this stuff is not happening and we just not going to bring it up. Girl, who the fuck you think you are? But you want to be in everybody else's business, holding everybody else accountable for their shit, digging all up in everybody else's stuff, being an instigator and being messy. But then when somebody do it to you, oh, why are you doing this to me? Girl, get the out of here. Kyle Thomas, Morgan doesn't want to be a part of the show. She didn't sign up for the show. And Garcelle said she didn't sign up this season. This season, my love, there's a difference. Just because she ain't signed up this season don't mean that we can't still talk about what we saw last season and what we saw or what we're seeing going on in the public. So Kyle was like, your son didn't want to be a part of the show this season. I respected that. Bitch, you ain't had no choice but to respect it. He a minor. The fuck is you talking about? I don't understand how Garcelle then spazzed out on her ass because 1 does not equal 2. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Morgan is a grown ass lesbianist woman who you We're not talking about my son who's in high school, who was getting bullied online and by cast members that are twice his age. What the fuck are you talking about? Garcelle should have went the fuck off on her for even trying to compare the two, because that was such a stupid analogy. Stupid. So Kyle was like, and I had conversations with you privately and I explained to you why. And Garcelle says, but why did you talk to me off camera? And Kyle says, because I thought that you're my friend. Girl, you don't bit most look at Garcelle like no friend. And Garcelle says, what did you say when she walked away to Sutton? And Sutton was like, well, I think that Kyle wants to protect Morgan. And Garcelle was like, that's not what you said. You said that was a chess move. And that's exactly what that was. I'm going to tell y'all off camera why I don't want to bring up Morgan, but I'm not going to say it on camera. I'm going to make sure that nobody brings it up on camera. So this season I can play the lonely, separated, I can't believe my life is like this, Mauricio is moving on, woe is me, I have nobody. When in reality, that's not the fucking case. And you were trying to manipulate them into not talking about it on camera. That's why you did it off camera. Girl, ain't nobody stupid. And Sutton, I'm really disappointed in you. And the reason why Garcelle Sutton under the bus is because you can tell Garcelle is tired of Sutton talking shit behind the scenes when it come to Kyle, but not saying it to her face. That's what that is about. It's not about her being jealous of their friendship, but it is very much about you talk shit with me about her, but then in her face, you want to act like you're just, so I have your back and I respect your wishes. No, that ain't the case. And Garcelle is tired of it. And I think Garcelle is really testing their friendship and Sutton's loyalty and support when it comes to her. And the fact that she's seeing that Sutton is not really having her back is making her open her eyes, and it's showing Garcelle that maybe we aren't as close of friends as I thought that we were. Maybe I really truly valued and loved our friendship and had her back, but maybe I was just a fill-in friend for her because she had nobody else. Now, I've been a big proponent of their friendship. I've stuck up for their friendship. I've championed their friendship. But what I'm seeing from Sutton is giving fake. And it's giving you used her. And I hate to say that about Sutton because I really, truly like Sutton. But I got to keep it real and I got to keep it a buck. It's looking like you used Garcelle's friendship because you had nobody else. And this desire that you have to be Kyle's bestie for whatever reason is really showing who you are, your true colors. Your slip is showing. It's showing that I will discard Garcelle in a hot second for Kyle. And that's fucked up because that lady has been there for you through thick and thin, alienating herself from these other women to have your back, but then you not having hers the same way. And she's tired of it. And I don't blame her. Then Kyle wants to hit her with the, you two together are mean girls. Girl, that coming from you is the biggest joke of the century. Like, Kyle, girl, I would have told her to go skip to the do, my darling. Girl, I would have told her, if you don't shut the fuck up with that bullshit. So Garcelle was like, at Chuck E. Cheese, we laughed about when I said, if you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. Then you went on the after show and said that I was being an asshole. And Kyle was like, you don't think that that was said to make me look bad? And Garcelle was like, no. I wish that Garcelle would say the stuff that she says in her confessionals or on the after show, or hell, when she walked off stage to these hoes' face. Girl, you f***ing this bitch. You like to lick coochie, or you like for her to lick yours. Y'all scissoring, okay? Y'all are in a relationship. You're the lipstick lesbian. She's the butch lesbian. She's your new Mauricio. You are in a lesbian homosexual relationship. It is okay. Nobody cares. It's the fact that you're lying about it. Girl, stop. You making yourself look bad by sitting up here denying what we all see. Like, that's exactly what I would have said to her. God says no. And Kyle was like, then you got mad at Sutton for not coming after me. And Garcelle was like, no, I got mad at Sutton because she didn't have my back and support me. Exactly. Basically saying, I got mad at Sutton because she's not saying to you the shit that she's saying to me. And I'm looking at her like, don't act like I'm the only one that was thinking this and that has said this. But then when we get around her, you want to act like you wasn't even a part of the conversation. That's what she's talking about. And I respected that the whole season, not talking about her relationship with Morgan. And Garcelle said, no, Sutton, come on. No, you did not. No, you did not. And Kyle was like, on the boat, you say to me she expected more loyalty from you, Kyle. And she did, because this was the perfect moment for you to show her that I got your back, which you never do. And Garcelle says, because you're important to her. And Kyle looks at Sutton in her face and says, that's not my fucking problem. I would have looked at Sutton and said, and this the bitch you want to be friends with so bad? How many more times and ways she got to show you that she don't like you, she don't see it for you, she ain't gonna never have your back, she could give a fuck about you. She just told you to your face that that's not her fucking problem. She don't give a fuck. Kyle don't give a fuck about none of them. Dorit, Erica, none of them. She's scared of Erica. She ain't gonna never go up against Erica. Sutton, you's a fucking fool. Girl, you look crazy at your big grown age, like dying to have a friendship with another grown woman this bad that you would allow yourself to continue to be humiliated. It's kind of giving stalker. It's kind of giving you want to live in her skin. Like, it's giving cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm sort of look at you really weird. Like, what? Andy asked Dorit how she feels about Garcelle's comments on her thinking that the break-in was a setup. And Dorit was like, there is no evidence or any reason for you to come to that conclusion. You intimated in that scene that it was PK. And she was like, no, I didn't. I said that I don't think that Dorit knew anything about it, but somebody did. That's what she said, to keep it a buck. And she was like, you and 4 people on Twitter that think that. Girl, no, the whole world thought that. The whole world thinks that. That shit was so obvious that it was a setup. They never got caught. Remember, it was back to back, or her getting robbed, back to back to back. Girl, PK was over there scamming and scheming, trying to get insurance money. And I love the fact that Garcelle stood. She was like, that's just how I feel. Sorry. So here go Bose, it's dangerous for you to say. I think it's really terrible for you to say it. I don't give a fuck what you think or how you feel about any of it, to be honest with you. And I forgot a whole segment about Bose. Let me go back. When Andy during Bose segment brings up the fact that, during the fires, her beach house was burned to the ground. She has nothing left. And she was talking about how horrific it was and how it hurt so bad because, she did it all on her own. And to know how it feels to be a Black woman who worked your ass off to be able to afford this beautiful beach house that you had for your family to come and go and to enjoy, and then for it to be just gone in the blink of an eye, for you to then sit up there on Watch What Happens Live and let Erica sit up there and say, oh, I mean, her whole story this season was about her getting a beach house in such and such, like, because it's not a great neighborhood or whatever. Like, for you to sit up there and not be like, yo, Erica, like, you got to chill, because that's a major accomplishment for her to be able to have 2 homes, the second one built from the ground up furnish and everything. That's a huge accomplishment, especially knowing that I just lost my own home. As a black woman, I know how that feels. That's a major accomplishment to be able to do something like that, not only for you and your family, but your entire family. That ain't cool. Don't say that. The fact that you just set your ass up there on that stage and let her say that shit, you a ain't shit ass bitch. And that's why we don't see it for you. And that's why Garcelle wrote, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, because you one of them. You one of them. And that's why I will never have any type of respect for you because of that. Never, ever, 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 ever. Don't like you. Will never like you moving forward. I'll never forget this. Now, I don't know if when Bose was saying to Garcelle that was a dangerous thing for her to say, and if that was terrible for her to say, and how she was disappointed in her for saying it. I don't know if this is the scene where she said that if I was Dorit, I would have sued you. I don't know if that was the scene, or if we're going to see that on reunion part 2. I think that we're going to see that in reunion part 2, and I think that that's going to be the thing that makes Garcelle walk off stage. Not sure, but I think that that's going to be the last nail in the coffin for her to be like, you know what, I ain't got time for this. So they take a break. Garcelle is pissed, of course. She is walking with her glam squad and was like, I thought Sutton was going to be in the hot seat, but it's me. Like, I can't say nothing. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. And Sutton on stage talking about to Kyle, they hate me. They hate me. Girl. And then get there, going in Garcelle dressing room. And Garcelle, you could tell, had an attitude with her like, bitch, don't be coming in here. And she talking about something, they hate us. They hate us. Girl, you more worried about you than you are about y'all. And like Garcelle said, like, they mad because I ain't going through a divorce, that I don't involve myself in criminal activities, that I'm self-made. Like, I didn't have a rich husband. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. You know, like, I'm glad that she is leaving the show. I really am. I'm sad to see her go, but I don't want for anybody to have to deal with this type of behavior, especially when they don't have to. She literally does not have to. She came, she saw, she conquered, she got out of the show what she needed to, and she left better than she came. And that's the best thing that you could ask for in a situation like this. She don't have to slum it with these hoes. She don't. Bose, you got that. You got that. You got that. You got that. And everybody was like, you know, I can't wait for them to turn on her next season. They're not going to turn on her next season. They're going to continue to use her as their mouthpiece, because she the big, bad black girl with the mouth that's going to say it like it is. That's what they're going to use her for, Dorit and Erica. That's exactly what they're going to use her for. And Bose, let me say something to you, because you so fucking stupid. While everybody was coming for you last week about the Watch What Happens Live situation, and everybody turned on you, and you were getting talked about left and right, I went on your social media page. I looked at the comments, and they was tearing you up, and you was in the comment section responding back to people, saying little slick stuff here and there or whatever. Never once did I see Erica come to your defense publicly, in a comment or anything. She was there over on her page deleting all the negative comments. She ain't got your back. She ain't got your back. Dorit didn't have your back. Dorit didn't come out publicly and say, hey guys, take it easy on my friend. Like how you said you ride for your homegirls. You gonna step behind them. They ain't have your back. They gonna continue to use you. While you gonna be taking hits for them and getting ostracized by the public and get dogged, they gonna be sitting back letting you take all the heat. They not gonna turn on her. They just gonna continue to show her that we gonna let you be the face of the BS while we sit back and let you take all of the heat. That's exactly what they're gonna do. And you so damn stupid. You so damn dumb. There's so much more I want to say, but I can't. But just know I don't see it for that hoe, and I don't like that bitch. Fuck her. Her and for where she came from. Take your ass back. I'm going to give reunion part 1 a B. They had to bring it though, because this season was a good season. It lacked a lot of things. There does need to be a cast shakeup over there in Beverly Hills. Some things gotta change, because I don't know if I can continue to watch it with it being the way that it is now. I just don't. I don't know. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about reunion part 1. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.